advice principal from school in Mumbai, and her mom, she's survivor as well. So they will be sharing their story, journeys, expertise, and experiences. So Friday platform is all yours, and good to go.
Thank you so much, Shrenik, sir, for inviting me here. It is really an honor to speak on a platform along with you. First of all, I would like to congratulate you for achieving an award of Men of Mastery. It's undoubtedly yours because you are a master wherever you go, you just rock it. And the way you've come back, 27 years is way too much. And since so many years, you have been inspiring hundreds, thousands, lakhs of patients. So जो जिनके साथ बात करते ही या आपकी शक्ल जो हमेशा हंसती है एटलीस्ट 8 साल से तो आई हैव बीन ऑब्जर्विंग यू सो यू आर ऑलवेज स्माइलिंग द स्माइल इज ऑलवेज देयर एंड इन नंबर ऑफ पीपल जो भी आपको मिल रहे हैं यू जस्ट इंस्पायर सो थैंक यू and congratulations for your award. So today we will be talking about nutrition in oncology. It is a very vital topic because as we all know, since from the day we are planted into our mother's wombs, nutrition is really vital for us to survive. And throughout our life, everything evolves around food. We earn for food, we starve for food, everything rotates around food. So, why not the cancer patients? It is really important for cancer patients to feed themselves well. If they do so, they not only support their treatment outcome, but their overall quality of life, their mental peace, everything falls into place eventually. So, just to make it easier, I have prepared a slide presentation which I would like to share with you all. Can you please allow me to share my slide?
Please get out screen sharing. Just give me a
Can
minute. Yeah.
Sure, sure. So cancer is the only disease I would say जिसके अंदर खाने पे ज्यादा restrictions नहीं होते, rather ज्यादा खाने का advice किया जाता है. हाँ, there are few cancers in which we have to clinically manage the symptoms, but then if you look at the requirements of calories, proteins, and everything, it is way too high. So, managing the food intake, good nutrition during cancer is really important.
Just give me a second. Jessica, will you please get out screen sharing to Pally?
Yes, I'm able to share my screen. So, is my screen audible? Is my
Yeah,
screen
yeah,
visible? Sorry.
yeah. Very good.
Yeah. Okay. So, this is my presentation for today. It is nutrition in oncology, and the topic is diet strategies for cancer patients. How do we make it easy for our patients is the only goal of today's talk. So, if I talk about an introduction to oncology and nutrition, The cancer patients are predominantly at an increased risk of malnutrition, as I already told, because compared to the requirements, the food intake more or less decreases for the cancer patients. It has been found that at least 10 to 20% of the patients are malnourished right at the time when the cancer is detected. Okay. So, what happens to these malnourished patients? They eventually fall at a risk of delayed wound healing, infections, poor response to the therapy, and overall reduced quality of life. But it can be definitely reversed by managing good nutritional intake in these patients. So, how can it be done? Through timely identification and intervention, one can definitely save himself for falling under cachexia or weight loss. So, how does malnutrition impact people? They feel fatigue, poor appetite. As Himangini ma'am was recently discussing with me that her mother doesn't feel hungry, right? So, drop in appetite, anorexia, changes in taste, along with the ongoing treatment is really taxing for a patient. So, we need to understand the importance of nutrition, and if taken proper amount of nutrition and good quality nutrition, it can give us the following results. It can decrease our hospital visits. It can decrease the number of hospital days. It can increase the response to surgery or any therapy, etc. So, what are the goals of nutrition care? Firstly, I'm really thankful that tertiary care hospitals like ours are having a multidisciplinary team and really advanced techniques through which we can identify the patient's current nutritional status. It means the nutrition level of the patients are measured with help of some tools, with help of some machines, etc. So, continuous monitoring and intervention of nutritional management is done for all our patients. Another thing is timely checking of the biochemical parameters, जैसे कि total proteins होता है, electrolyte balance in the patient's body, patient का fluid intake, food intake, protein intake बरोबर है कि नहीं is constantly checked by us. So, what are the nutrition recommendations for these patients? Unka energy intake should at least be 25 to 30 calories per day, depending upon their body weight, obviously. And the protein goes up to 1.2 to 2. Now, this is again a challenge because in our state, Gujarat, majority of us are vegetarians. So, meeting up with the protein requirements is a biggest challenge here. We also take help of some nutritional supplements. We do symptom management with the help of our homemade foods, and we take help of other experts as and when required. So these are certain therapies or treatments which are directly related to the nutritional level of patients. If there is some surgery, patient has to be kept nil by mouth or on a low food diet for few days, which directly impacts his protein levels. So the muscle mass is bound to decrease to some levels. Then during the chemo, radiation, if there is some alteration in the food intake of a particular patient, we are here. We constantly keep on changing and modifying the diet plans of patients. And we advise, I've given a small examples of how small frequent meals or calorie dense foods are helpful for the patient. We also constantly keep a check on the food intake and change the consistency of the foods as and when required. If there are other therapies going on in a patient, we do change according to the symptoms. There are hormone therapies, immunotherapies, which directly impact. Now, if we talk about the common challenges which we dietitians are facing nowadays, and which is directly related to the treatment. Okay. So there is a loss of appetite or anorexia. This is the most common side effect found in the patient. But if ऐसा है तो उसका direct relation is with the nutritional status. What happens is I'll explain. सबसे पहले उनका nutritional status down होता है जिसकी वजह से उनको एनर्जी नहीं रहती कोई काम करने की। एनर्जी नहीं रहती उसकी वजह से वो फिजिकल एक्टिविटी नहीं कर सकते और फिजिकल एक्टिविटी के अभाव के कारण कांस्टेंट गैस एसिडिटी पेशेंट के अंदर होता रहता है। इवेंचुअली उससे एनोरेक्सिया या नई खाने की रुचि या कुछ भी खाते ही नौजिया जैसा फीलिंग आना इज रियली कॉमन। सो इन केसेस में क्या करना चाहिए? सबसे पहला चीज, भूखा बिल्कुल नहीं रहना चाहिए। अगर रेगुलर सॉलिड फ्लूइड फूड ना ले पाए तो दे कैन स्विच टू सेमी सॉलिड और फ्लूइड कंसिस्टेंसी ऑफ डाइट। इससे क्या होगा कि थोड़ा थोड़ा न्यूट्रिशन के साथ साथ उनके सिम्टम सबसे पहले सेटल होना स्टार्ट करेंगे। Next is there are taste changes in some patients. सॉल्ट का टेस्ट नहीं आना या मेटालिक टेस्ट आना, in such time patient can just change the crockery, the type of material of their utensils, etc., and it will be good to go. Another thing is nausea and vomiting. कोई heavy medication या कोई treatment के side effects के तौर पे nausea vomiting होना is common, but as I told, हम ऐसे foods उनमें incorporate कर सकते हैं, जैसे कि थोड़ा सौंफ, लेमन वाटर, और अकॉर्डिंग टू द डायग्नोसिस वी कैन डेफिनेटली मैनेज विद सम foods in these patients. There is difficulty in swallowing, especially for the head and neck and esophagus cancers patients. So, उनका हम कंसिस्टेंसी चेंज करने के साथ साथ वी एड कैलोरी डेंस लिक्विड्स टू दैट डाइट सो दैट फूड इनटेक भले ही क्वांटिटी वाइज कम हो, द क्वालिटी ऑफ फूड और न्यूट्रिशन इज नेवर कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड इन दीज पेशेंट्स। माल देर आर पेशेंट्स कितना भी खा ले बोले मैम हमारा वेट लॉस ही होता जा रहा है, राइट? दे आर नॉट एबल टू कोप अप विद their weight. So what happens is their muscles start dropping. So in this case it's really important to supplement the patient with very good amount of good quality protein and energy. So, how do we do this? In most of the cases, we advise the patients to have small, frequent meals. इससे क्या होगा? बॉडी को आप ओवरबर्डन नहीं करोगे ज्यादा न्यूट्रिशन डाइजेस्ट करने के लिए या अब्सॉर्ब करने के लिए। इट ऑल्सो हेल्प्स द पेशेंट कि थोड़ा खाना है तो भले ही वो थोड़ा ज्यादा टाइम ले रहे हैं, सजाइटी अचीव कर ली है, तो भी उतना सा खाना वो इजिली खा पाएंगे। Next is high calorie nutrient dense foods. Why do these need to be given? Because बहुत सारे अमाउंट में खाना खा पाना कैंसर पेशेंट से आप एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते। सो आप जितना भी दे रहे हो भले थोड़े अमाउंट में हो, और उसकी कैलोरीज या एनर्जी बहुत अच्छी मात्रा में अगर आप कोप अप कर रहे हो तो वो उनको हेल्प करेगा, उनके न्यूट्रिशनल नीड्स मीट अप करने में काफी हद तक हमारी मदद करेगा। नेक्स्ट इज हम टेस्ट को मॉडिफाई कर सकते हैं। पेशेंट को अगर पर्टिकुलर टेस्ट का खाना अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है तो उनको एक्सपेरिमेंट्स कर करके वी कैन डेफिनेटली गिव देम अ लॉट ऑफ ऑप्शंस एंड कीप ऑन चेंजिंग द फूड मेन्यू फॉर सच पेशेंट्स, क्योंकि हमें पता है हर हफ्ते उनका प्रेफरेंस चेंज होने वाला है। वी कैन नॉट एक्सपेक्ट वंडर्स कि नहीं मैं बोल रही हूँ तो तुम्हें खाना ही पड़ेगा। दैट डजंट हैपन एंड इट शुड नॉट हैपन। नेक्स्ट इज वी ऑलवेज ट्राई टू प्रोवाइड पेशेंट्स विद सम कंफर्ट फूड्स। उनके जो भी फेवरेट फूड्स होते हैं वी कॉन्स्टेंटली कीप ऑन आस्किंग पेशेंट्स कि आपको क्या लेना है, आप कैसा खाना पसंद करोगे, वाई सो। along with monitoring so much nutrition और उनके needs का ध्यान रखते हुए we also have to consider that the patient is a human being. Humans have a great connection with food. As I already told कि खाना is the only emotion which we express for ourselves so easily, है ना? So we always keep on changing the food according to the patient's preference and not forgetting the prescription of correct foods. That is why a qualified clinical nutritionist is important to be there in a hospital like ours. So there can be a modification of texture, the mode of feeding. अगर patient orally नहीं ले पा रहे हैं तो we can insert an tube or Riles tube for ease for the patient. So this is how we do. Now I would definitely like to talk about some common myths associated with cancers. So first thing is superfoods can prevent or cure cancer. So let me tell this to you, ऐसा कोई पर्टिकुलर फूड नहीं बना है दुनिया में जो सिर्फ खाने से कैंसर क्योर हो जाएगा या कैंसर के सिम्टम्स सेटल हो जाएंगे। We have to remember because there are a lot of WhatsApp universities या ज्ञान गुरुज going all over कि आपको कोई पर्टिकुलर हल्दी वाला ड्रिंक दे देंगे इससे आपका कैंसर चला जाएगा। आई एम सॉरी टू बस्ट दैट मिथ, पर ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. A wholesome diet is the only food which with the cancer patients need to have. Okay, sugar feeds cancer. Like ऐसा पॉसिबल है कि कैंसर सेल्स डू कंज्यूम मोर ग्लूकोज, बट हमारे बॉडी के सारे फंक्शंस के लिए थोड़ा सा ग्लूकोज इजीली अवेलेबल होना इज मस्ट. सो ऐसा मत कीजिएगा कि यू टोटली रेस्ट्रिक्ट शुगर्स कमिंग थ्रू ऑल फ्रूट्स, ऑल नट्स, डेट्स, एवरीथिंग. Okay. Next is cancer patients should avoid foods like oil, wheat and milk. ये क्वेश्चंस बुक से उठाए गए नहीं हैं. दीज क्वेश्चंस कीप ऑन कमिंग टू अस डेली, बिकॉज आजकल सोशल मीडिया की मदद से लोग इतना गुमराह हो गए हैं कि ये क्वेश्चंस हमारे तक डेली आते हैं. ओके. सो आप सोचिए, हम बचपन से जो खाना खा के बड़े हुए हैं विच इज गेहूं, हाउ कैन यू स्टॉप इट? It's not possible. हाँ, certain cancers do require certain restrictions, but leave it to the qualified professionals. है ना? ये बहुत जरूरी है कि वो सब पूछ के गाइड करे. बिकॉज मिल्क जैसी भी चीजें अवॉइड करना, या फिर ऑयल विच इज इजी कैलोरी सप्लीमेंटेशन फॉर अस, या फिर कैल्शियम, प्रोटीन, वाइटल न्यूट्रिएंट्स एक्सेट्रा के लिए ये न्यूट्रिएंट्स जो इंपॉर्टेंट है वो आप कभी बन नहीं कर सकते, because there is no scientific evidence which is directly linked to these myths. Most important point and my favorite point to discuss is fruit juices. We've always believed मैं बीमार हूं, थोड़ा सा जूस पी लूंगा, ताकत आ जाएगी and I'll be good to go. I'm sorry. Fruit juices are not supposed to be fed to the patients, especially our cancer patients, because अगर हम एक साथ इतने सारे फ्रूट्स नहीं खा सकते, तो एक ही ग्लास में 5 से 6 फ्रूट्स का जूस पीना कितना हार्मफुल साबित हो सकता है. इट्स ओनली शुगर. नहीं मैम, हम ऊपर से शुगर ऐड नहीं करते. भले ही आप ऐड ना कर रहे हो, fruits have their natural sugar fructose. Quite possibly it can lead to rapid blood sugar level spikes. उससे ना तो आपको प्रोटीन मिलेगा, ना ही पेट भरेगा, and you will overdo your fruits at a time altogether. So please remember, fruits होल खाने हैं, जूस निकाल के नहीं खाने हैं. देर आर मिथ्स गोइंग अराउंड कि कीमोथेरापी चल रही है तो हमें कोई भी कच्ची चीज नहीं खानी, भले वो थिक स्किन्ड फ्रूट्स हो, जैसे कि बनाना. नहीं, आपको ड्यूरिंग कीमो अगर थिक स्किन्ड जैसे बनाना जैसा फ्रूट खाना हो तो बिल्कुल खा सकते हो. इट विल हेल्प यू ईज योर डाइजेशन, सेटल योर सिम्टम्स etc. The fruits are wonderful sources of nutrients when eaten on an empty stomach and eaten whole. So please remember these points. So if I give some tips as a cancer preventive diet, ऐसा जैसा कोई साइंस है नहीं, but still if you want कि हम क्या खाए कि थोड़ा सा हम बच पाए, या थोड़ा इजी रहे हमारे सिस्टम पे. सो मोस्टली प्लांट बेस्ड फूड्स, बिकॉज देर आर एनिमल बेस्ड फूड्स विच आर प्रूवन फॉर सर्टन कैंसर्स, causing certain cancers. We should aim for variety of foods and varied colors for good antioxidants into our bodies. We have to stay hydrated, well hydrated enough. We have to avoid overeating and maintain a healthy diet so that we do not turn obese and eventually invite all the other diseases into our bodies. एंड कैंसर न्यूट्रिशन हैज टू बी पर्सनलाइज्ड. अगर कोई मुझे कहता है कि एक नॉर्मल सैंपल डाइट प्लान दे दीजिए सो एंड सो कैंसर्स के लिए, तो इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. एज आई रिपीटेडली टोल्ड, अ पेशेंट हैज टू बी असेस्ड, पूरा बॉडी कंपोजिशन करना पड़ता है, उनकी पर्सनलाइज्ड रिपोर्ट्स देखने पड़ते हैं, एंड जिसको जितनी जरूरत है वही न्यूट्रिशन प्रोवाइड करना रहता है. वी कैन नॉट ओवरडू, वी कैन नॉट अंडरडू. सो द रोल ऑफ न्यूट्रिशनल सप्लीमेंट्स इन कैंसर केयर. हम लोग अभी तक डर रहे थे कि ये तो आर्टिफिशियल है, तो नाउअडेज there are clinically proven supplements available in the market which are totally safe for us to consume, especially when we are not able to have food as such. और अगर क्वालिटी की बात की जाए तो आई एम वेरी मच श्योर कि हम जो दालें, सब्जियां एक्सेट्रा खा रहे हैं उनकी क्वालिटी क्या आ रही है अभी मार्केट में, राइट? सो सप्लीमेंट्स under supervision of a qualified dietitian या nutritionist or a doctor is completely safe to consume by cancer patients. नाउ बहुत बड़ा मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट रोल क्या आता है कि पेशेंट का फैमिली फैमिली हैज टू बी पॉजिटिव फैमिली को कांस्टेंट सपोर्ट आई अंडरस्टैंड कि पेशेंट से ज्यादा कई बार केयर टेकर्स ज्यादा कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो जाते हैं बिकॉज दे हैव अ टोल ऑन देयर हेल्थ on their schedule on everything because taking care of patient everybody is there to take care of the patient but कई बार जो immediate केयर गिवर होते हैं वो साइडलाइन हो जाते हैं वो खुद का न्यूट्रिशन कॉम्प्रोमाइज कर बैठते हैं तो ऐसा नहीं करना उनको भी कैंसिल करना है पेशेंट को भी कैंसिल करना है और दोनों मिल के ही गुड न्यूट्रिशन पेशेंट को भी दे पाएंगे खुद भी ले पाएंगे मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी टीम एज आई ऑलरेडी मेंशन कि पूरी टीम का साथ होना जैसे डाइटिशियन जरूरत पड़ने पे साइको ऑन्कोलॉजिस्ट फिजियोलॉजिस्ट फिजियोथेरापिस्ट the speech and swallowing experts along with all our great consultants तो है ही तो this team is really vital कि मैंने सिर्फ डाइट प्लान कर दिया बट क्या अगर पेशेंट मुंह नहीं खोल पा रहे हैं क्या अगर पेशेंट swallow नहीं कर पा रहे हैं क्या अगर पेशेंट इज नॉट विलिंग कि मुझे खाना ही नहीं है मुझे खाने से नफरत हो गई है सो all these people will come together and counsel the patient the family to have good food and eventually support the ongoing treatment इससे कैंसर ट्रीटमेंट का सपोर्ट बहुत वंडरफुल हो सकता है सो there are few key takeaways which I have mentioned that nutrition is a critical part of cancer care and can influence treatment success and improve overall quality of life of a patient. जो सिम्टम्स होते हैं या न्यूट्रिशनल चैलेंजेस होते हैं वो इमीडिएटली एड्रेस अगर कर कर दिए जाते हैं तो पेशेंट को बहुत अच्छी हेल्प रहती है ना कि 10 किलो वेट लॉस के बाद आप जा रहे हो कोई डाइटिशियन के पास और बोलते हो मैडम हमारा तो 10 किलो वेट लॉस हो चुका है अब हेल्प कीजिए बिकॉज दिस इज नॉट अ मैजिक विच इज गोइंग टू हैपन ओवरनाइट अच्छा न्यूट्रिशन कर देना बिल्कुल पॉसिबल नहीं है बिकॉज मसल को बनने में काफी दिन एंड काफी मंथ्स लगते हैं so there has to be a holistic approach to care, continuous monitoring and adaptation. तो इसीलिए we tell the patients to constantly keep on coming to us for their follow-ups so that वहीं का वहीं कुछ भी आगे पीछे हुआ हो वेट थोड़ा बहुत भी लूज हुआ हो तो हम immediately उसको सपोर्ट करके कवर अप कर लें So, feeding your body during cancer is not about strict diets. कुछ भी रेस्ट्रिक्ट मत कीजिए until and unless आपको डॉक्टर या डाइटिशियन आपको बोल रहे हैं प्लीज have all the food whatever food you are liking in whatever form the only thing is that you need to be fed well so don't be afraid to ask for help किसी की भी जैसे श्रेनिक सर जैसे ग्रेट लोगों की भी आप हेल्प कर सकते हो आई एम श्योर इज अ प्रो नाउ अब कोई भी कैंसर रिलेटेड टॉपिक उनको पकड़ा दीजिए ही विल बी एबल टू हेल्प यू ऑल एंड हम जैसे सारे प्रोफेशनल्स भी अवेलेबल है प्लीज आस्क फॉर हेल्प डू नॉट जज डू नॉट ओवर डू एनीथिंग दैट्स ऑल आई वांट टू टेल यू थैंक यू इफ देर आर एनी क्वेश्चंस आई वुड लाइक टू वेलकम दैम
Hello, can you hear me?
Just
Hello.
1 minute. Let me speak a bit, and then we'll be opening the session for the question and answers. By the I mean, मैं मैं आपको करीब 8 साल से जानता हूँ लेकिन आज आपको सुन के मुझे इतना तो समझ में आ गया कि you are encyclopedia of diet plan for cancer patient. Fantastic. The tips which you have given are commendable. Thank you so very much. And yes, we are very well addressed about meat, sugar, protein, and all aspects. Yes, I totally agree that diet plan में appetite चली जाती है कितना खाना कितना स्पीड में खाना ये वो these are some of the things are required to be addressed or fortunately or unfortunately ये जॉब व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी में सब डिटेल आती है, डोंट ट्रस्ट, एक्सपर्ट को आप फॉलो करो, तो मैंने आपका रिजल्ट आएंगे. सो थैंक यू सो वेरी मच मैरी, एंड लेट्स ओपन द फ्लोर फॉर क्वेश्चंस. जिनका जिनको भी क्वेश्चन पूछना है, उन लोगों को अनम्यूट करने के लिए बोलो, और दे कैन आस्क क्वेश्चन टू फाइटिंग.
Okay, sir.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
बताइए.
Okay. Thank you for that wonderful talk. And Mr. Shrenik, Namaste. This is Satish Rao from Bengaluru. How are you? Hope all are doing well. Ma'am, I have one question. You talked about fruit juice versus juice, and there were all negatives. I'm assuming you are comparing fresh fruit with fruit in a packaged form in a bottle or Tetra Pak. I understand that fresh fruit is much better. Canned fruit juice or Tetra Pak juice. Processed juice is not good. It may contain preservatives, added sugar, vagera, vagera. But if I take an orange, fresh orange katke, I put it in a mixie and make a juice from a fresh fruit. No additions. I don't add salt, sugar, nothing. I just squeeze it and drink it. Isn't it same as a natural banana juice or apple juice or grape juice or orange juice? I am not putting anything. Instead of cutting and eating it, I am drinking it. Is that okay?
Okay, sir. So, first of all, I would like to ask you, आप वो ग्लास में कितने oranges add करते हैं? If you prepare it yourself ever, do you know how many oranges get into one glass of orange juice?
I don't go by number of oranges. I mean, number quantity of glasses. I will go by quantity of oranges. I may have one and a half or two maximum.
Exactly. So it's at least 6 to 8 oranges which you are putting in your body without fiber. Now, fiber is a wonderful nutrient along with all our important vitamins and minerals which we get into our bodies. फ्रूट नेचर ने बनाया उस वजह से है कि आप अच्छा फाइबर ले पाओ. You are throwing everything away and you are just extracting the concentrated sugars, which is fructose, and just sipping it. उससे कुछ नहीं होने वाला. You will be hungry within next 15-20 minutes. आपका पेट तो भरेगा ही नहीं. आप हाँ थोड़ा सा विटामिन एंड मिनरल्स का अगर गारंटी ले रहे हो विच इज फाइन, बट द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूट्रिएंट्स जिसके लिए आप मौसम्बी खा रहे हो वो आप हटा दे रहे हो. सो इट डज नॉट मेक any practical addition to your body's nutritional levels. So it's okay if you're having it once in a while, thoda up to 100 ml. But then, if you want to get 100% out of that fruit, I would suggest to have it as such, a whole fruit, sir.
Now, let me pose a question on that. When you say हटा रहा है, स्किन तो हम हटा रहे हैं, हम फ्रूट खाएंगे या पिएंगे, वो उसका स्किन तो हम नहीं खाएंगे, उसका सीड्स also we are going to filter out whether we eat it or drink it. The only difference is the skin of the, not the outer skin, वो fruit का skin also is ground in the mixie, no? So when you say हटा के खा रहे हैं हम, I don't know what to say for skin in Hindi, let's say grape juice or pomegranate, the eatable portion, I am drinking it by putting in a mixie. Only the outer portion, which I would not have eaten had I consumed the fruit as a fruit, not as a juice. So I'm not losing any nutrients or fiber. No, I'm putting everything. Just bahar ka chamdi or skin only I'm keeping it. So that's if you
So
can tell me.
unless if you're not straining it, it is fine. But I'm sure you would be straining it. And having 1 to 1.5 glass at a time is way too much. It is out to increase blood sugar level spikes in your blood. So I would suggest one fruit at a time. आपको अगर बेस्ट absorption चाहिए, focus on one fruit at a time and not so many fruits as such. And if you're not straining it, it is totally fine. but please maintain the quantities.
Got it. Thank you.
This
But
one and a half glass of fruit juice is too much.
okay. So one last question is, not only am I a cancer survivor, unfortunately, I'm a diabetic also. So if I have one orange, forget the amount of juice, whether I have it as juice, एक ही orange or डेढ़ orange खाया, or pomegranate or any fruit which is considered the lower side of GI, ठीक है ना? For a diabetic, even half a glass, one glass.
Definitely, definitely. जैसे मैंने during my presentation also I told that having one single fruit at a time on an empty stomach, because अगर आप कोई खाने के साथ लोगे तो उसका nutrient absorption hamper होगा. So it is completely safe to have all the fruits, but in a natural form, I would say. Or
So
juice once in a while is fine, sir. But what happens is most of us think कि वो मेरे लिए easy है, तो मैं juice पी लेता हूँ और पेट भर लेता हूँ. But we are compromising on proteins. We are compromising on good quality calories to a great extent. इसीलिए हम थोड़ा focus divert करना चाह रहे हैं patients का.
last point, Shrenik sir. So, ma'am, you said we have one problem in Indian diet, in our Indian culture. हम कब fruit कब खाते हैं? 99% of the time खाने के बाद खाते हैं. Even, but you're saying it is better खाने से पहले you have salad or खाने से पहले you have fruit. That's what you're saying. Have the fruit before the meal.
और हैव इट एज अ स्नैकिंग सुबह 10 बजे, शाम को 4 बजे, शाम को 6 बजे, व्हेन यू नॉट हैविंग एनीथिंग एल्स,
Okay.
उस वक्त आप खाओ, आप न्यूट्रिएंट अब्जॉर्प्शन बेटर कर पाओगे उस फ्रूट के न्यूट्रिशन का. दैट्स व्हाट माय पॉइंट इज.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for asking question. Like, we have, I mean, two more speakers to talk. So let's have a brief questioning. I mean, किसी और को कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है, please proceed.
No more questions, sir.
Fine, fine, great. Mary, thank you so very much for joining us today.
थैंक यू.
And we would like you to stay back. I would like to invite the Manginiji and her mom to share their experiences, journey as a caregiver, survivor, and so on. Over to you, Manginiji. Please unmute yourself.
Good evening, everybody. This is my mom. Okay, she's Padmavati Barot. I am Himangini Sardesai. Shrenik Saji, thank you so much for calling us. I'm very happy to be on this platform. What better than, meeting a person who is an inspiration himself. I have been knowing Shrenik Ji for almost, I think, 3 years, 4 years now, I think. Before Corona is that, we really got to know each other. So it's been a time where I have been following him with all his laurels that he has won, and he keeps surprising us each day. He has been an inspiration for me and my mom. Every day, whenever she wants to give up, and she says that ab nahi hoga. So I show another, a picture of Shrenik Bhai and say, see, Mota Bhai has done this today. He has won this award. Today he's doing this. Today he's doing this. And mind you, what problem, Shrenik Bhai, or what I call him lovingly, Mota Bhai, what he has suffered, my mother has suffered the same thing. Okay. When we came to know about she is going to be, having cancer, we were all in for a shock. So she had, neck cancer. So we were told this throat cancer is really bad, and how deep it is or how bad it is, we really didn't know. So my mom had around 56 nodules when they were took her for operation. We were told very clearly, my elder brother, my bhabhi, Rajendra Barot, my bhabhi, my husband, my daughter, all of us were there, and my mom was made to sit outside. My daughter sat down with her. My mom was a little worried and shaken. What is really happening with me? The doctor told us very clearly that, see, I don't guarantee you that she will have her voice. she may lose her voice altogether. So we were like really worried कि इनका आवाज अगर चला गया, इनकी आवाज चली गई तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, तो कैसे सरवाइव करेंगे. Till then we know, that time we were all like lost, क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है. So, my Bhabhi's elder brother, Rajesh Mistry, he and his wife are very much attached to Bhakti Vedant Hospital. They do a lot of good things. They're into this Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, and things like that. So you have the best of doctors out there, and they are very, very having a human touch. So they said the people out there, doctors and all, came and spoke to my mother. माता जी आपको कुछ नहीं होगा, आप सब ठीक हो जाओगे. And frankly speaking, I am in me and my mom, my entire family, we are strong believers of Sai Baba. So we said, हाँ मम्मी. So she had this dream that Sai Baba came to trust her. So Sai Baba is what she believes in Sai Baba. So she prayed to Sai Baba, and she's been through that, and she managed to sail the boat through after those 56 nodules. She has been on those calcium tablets, and it's not been easy for her. And it was very, very, very tough time for us. But luckily, her voice was saved. She had a tough time swallowing things. अभी भी problem होता है, no doubt. Then came the second phase of the life. Immediately, within 6 months, Corona struck. Around that time, second wave of Corona striking around that same time. And she suffered, and the entire family suffered with Corona. So, as Pahili ma'am was actually rightly saying, the one who is a caregiver, जो उनके साथ में रहते हैं, उनको भी ज्यादा तकलीफ होती है. So, we all suffered, but since we were younger, we managed to sail the boat through. She was in a situation where she was still trying to recover from cancer. Her body was weak. So she lost her, actually she lost her senses. She literally forgot who she is. She was totally bedridden. She would not eat food. She gave up on food. And when Paheli ma'am was just saying about having, fruit juices, she actually just survived on those fruit juices. It was very difficult for us. Dal ka pani, fruit juices is all. It's almost for a month. I have my brother's daughter, my niece. She's in Canada. We informed all my brothers. I have a second brother who's in Dubai. So we informed. I said, this is what is happening. They got in touch with other doctors. How do we, sail the boat through? Because we were really worried. She had literally lost her senses. So my niece came down from Canada. My brother decided, Corona had a little bit, by the time that week was almost over, my brother quietly came, took her away to his place, because those times had no those contactless kind of situation. So he quietly came, took her to his house. They looked after her, my bhabhi, my brother, my niece, who stayed back with her for almost, for that month. And even till then, she didn't realize that where she is. And then, by God's grace, one fine day, she got back her memory. All that time she had lost her memory, and she just realized, Arey, what am I doing here? Where am I? Because basically she stays with me. I had requested my elder brother that, I want my mom to stay with me. My daughter was very small, and I used to go to work. I don't have my dad now. So since we are Gujus, I'm married to a Goan. But since coming from a typical Guju family where, after the father, it's always the elder brother. So I took the permission of my brother, and he said, okay, okay, mom can stay with you, not an issue. And by God's grace, I'm married to a Goan. So where husband and wife are always equal. So wife's family is always equal, and husband's family is also equal. So mom was most welcome in the family, and so all those issues sorted. So we were like, chalo, we have sailed the boat through. Suddenly, another 6 months down the line, and then comes another boom. And she says, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. I think there are some nodules here and there. Something is not proper with me, near my breast, my chest. I'm not too sure. So back again to square one. We went to Bhakti Vedanta this time again with my elder brother, my bhabhi, and because my second brother is in Dubai, so we cannot. We can only keep him, on con call and whatever, and keep him informed of it all the time. So we went there, we went to the doctor this time around, Dr. Agarwal. He's a real sweet person, he made us very comfortable. And it was, and we all know the kind of situation we are in. It's cancer, hell lot of expenditure and whatnot. But I'm blessed to have, we had a family where we could really, my brothers and we all could manage to, sail the boat through. So the thing is, he told that, looks like it's really bad. She might have to lose out on both her, breast. So now we have to, for a woman, losing her breast is a very big thing. So we had to mentally prepare her for this operation. So then the doctor made us sit down कि माँ जी ये आपको ये प्रॉब्लम हुई है और ये अगर हम नहीं करेंगे ऑपरेशन तो आपका ये पूरा बॉडी में फैल सकता है तो इसलिए आपको ये ऑपरेशन करवाना बहुत जरूरी है आपको कुछ नहीं होगा आप बहुत नॉर्मल दिखोगे इट इज परफेक्टली ऑल सो वी वर लाइक ओके चलो लेट्स गेट ready for the next time again. So we are again all ready. This time around, my brother came down from Dubai and he, with his family, met up my mom and, prepared her, spoke to her. "ये kahin nahi tha, say nothing will happen, all will be fine, don't worry, you're going to be just fine." And she went in for the operation. All went well. She was operated well. And by God's grace, he sailed the boat through this time. But now came the biggest problem was we had to see that we had to pump out all the liquid. She had two pumps, which were attached, tubes attached to her both her sides. So collecting the liquid, see, making sure that the liquid is getting collected, and every day removing that liquid and checking it, how much it is, how much milliliters has got collected, and we had to make a note of that. So, and then poor thing, she couldn't sleep at all. So it was a very difficult time for us. Very difficult time. But yes, every time we would keep going to the doctor and saying that, okay, this is how much it's come out. This is how much it is. And then ultimately the doctor saw that, okay, things are falling in place. Uh, and then one fine day she was told that you look like you're through with it. But I am always, happy for the fact that my elder brother and Bhabhi, they have been so supportive. So, as my second brother who's in Dubai, every time there would be such a situation, they would get in touch with other doctors, internationally, wherever he could. The second brother would try and get in touch. The elder one would make sure because here at Bhakti Vedant, they said that though we are doing your operations, you have to make sure that you go to Tata ultimately and get a yes from them that all's well. So scanning is a big thing, Shrenik, by how difficult it is. And imagine a woman who used to love eating tikha, the salt to the optimum, all the masalas and everything. And बिना नमक का खाना खाना वो भी 1 महीना तक. My God, scanning से पहले. Oh God, the time that we went through. वो खाई ले, Mama, please eat little. Mama, please eat little. And she's like, no, I don't want to eat this. This is horrible. What food you're like giving me? This, that. And it was just a tough time. And then we said our prayers, and all throughout we kept telling our prayers. And my bhabhi and bhai took her to, you know, uh, Tata Hospital. And the good news was, doctor said, 1 year, nothing to worry. So now, since then, every year it is 1 year, all good. 1 year, all good. So now also we have gone through, and doctor said 1 year, all good. So I'm really thankful to have such a family where my brothers, my sister-in-law, my niece, my husband, my daughter, and of course my in-laws who have been so supportive about the whole fact that we have a patient and we have to be very supportive about the whole thing because it's many a times it's always been my more than me my husband has known what medicine she takes what because many a times I would be at work and he's available at at home to take her to the doctor. He would take her to the doctor. If my brother is available, he's taken a leave, or my sister-in-law taken, she's there at home, she would make it a point. So it's like these people have contributed so much. So I am until date there's always a tussle in between my daughter and my mother. You're not eating food. You have eaten food only this much. You need to have something more. Now, if you don't have this, okay, you have to have a protein powder with the milk. And then she'll say, no, I'm not going to eat. And then in the end, there's the big tussle which goes on. So I'm very thankful to you, Shrenik Bhai, that you called me and I got to meet, Paheli ma'am, that she told so much. She gave so much of information, and I kept nudging her. Listen, listen, see what she's saying. This is what has to be eaten. You have to eat short meals. You have to eat this much. You have to have this much of fruit. This is the time you must eat. So then I said, see what my daughter has been doing, your granddaughter is doing is absolutely right. So you have to be happy where you are. Even after two such cancer operations and corona, you are a survivor. So be very happy and thankful to God.
Naman thank you and thank you to your mom. मुझे आज न एक बात और ऐड करनी है। मैं अभी तक ऐसा ही बोलता था कि केयर की ओर के मैंने पेशेंट की लाइफ इनकम्प्लीट है, लेकिन आपकी बात सुनने के बाद में मुझे एक बात आपको बतानी पड़ेगी कि फैमिली इज अ फाउंटेन। फैमिली इज अ फाउंटेन। मतलब जब तक फैमिली नहीं है ना तो कुछ पॉसिबल नहीं है। ठीक है, कैंसर स्पेशलिस्ट रहेंगे, सब लोग आपके साथ बनेंगे, लेकिन आपको इधर जाना पड़ेगा। On the other side, family आपके साथ में रहती है। That is the biggest support and thank you so very much and to convey my profound regards to all your family members. They are doing commendable and of course मैं आपको एक बात बताऊं मंगनी जी कि आपको है ना लॉर्ड कृष्णा ने प्लेस किया है, तब ये ना आपकी मॉम आपके साथ में रहती है। मतलब I must say it is a privilege. It is a privilege. इसके बिना कभी नहीं होता है। प्रिया, over to you.
I was just saying, your mother was sitting with a very zen-like look on her face, saying, "बेटी को अब बोलने दो, पता नहीं डांटेगी क्या करेगी," and feeling very comfy sitting there. And I was saying, what a wonderful bond. You all are so lucky to have her, and she's also equally lucky to have all of you all. And the
Yeah,
way you were narrating it in such a lovely way, you are a master storyteller.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I was
Thank you.
just wondering, Shrenik, we also have Snehalata with us, who
Yeah,
also went through that same experience during Corona times.
yes,
If
yes,
she
I
can
remember.
unmute herself and maybe just give a quick summary.
Yeah,
If
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
of
wonder
course.
if she's,
Snehataji, unmute yourself and please share your experience.
I wonder if she's there or
Yeah, she's there.
she is there.
Yeah, by the time Snehataji is joining, friends, मुझे आप लोगों को एक इम्पोर्टेंट बात बतानी है कि अभी तक मैं कैंसर स्पेशलिस्ट को ले आया था, सर्जिकल, रेडिएशन, मेडिकल, क्लिनिकल, ऑन्कोलॉजिस्ट एक्सेट्रा। लेकिन मुझे दो चीज दो चीज की बड़ी इम्पोर्टेंस लगी। वन वाज स्पीच लैंग्वेज थेरेपिस्ट एंड सेकंडली डायटिशियन, क्योंकि जो ऑन्कोलॉजिस्ट है वो लोग आपको ट्रीटमेंट के लिए सपोर्ट करेंगे, लेकिन डेली रूटीन मेंटेन करने के लिए डायटिशियन की और स्पीच लैंग्वेज थेरेपिस्ट की हमेशा जरूरत पड़ती है। And then more earlier I brought Dr. Nayak and now today we have made with us as a dietitian. So I truly admire everything you talked about. Here is Sri Lataji. Sri Lataji, आप न खाने के सिवा और भी कुछ भी बात कीजिएगा, खाने की बात मत करना।
Regarding my journey, I would like to say that I have set in the fifth year. It was 2021 when I was detected with pancreatic cancer and followed immediately with COVID. I lost my hunger totally, but my family supported me, and I think uh, God had some plans for me. After 6 months, almost for 6 months, I could not eat. The nausea was so severe. I lost a lot of weight. But today, I've now realized, after listening to the doctor, to the dietitian, that it was very, very important to be eating. And my message to the, other patients is that no matter what happens, you must keep putting something in your mouth. Nutrition in some form, liquid, semi solid, something, juice, fruit, whatever, dal, soup, anything. But don't refrain from eating. That really damages your body, because it's almost now 4.5 years I've not been able to put on weight. And I had a Whipple surgery, which is a very major surgery. And somehow my stomach has also not played very well, but I keep on eating. My whole day goes in planning how to add protein, how to add little vitamins, how to add nutrition to my small meals. So that's how my whole day goes. I don't depend too much on maids. I do it on my own. So God has been great, and I'm moving from 21 to 25.
Fantastic. Priya, if you want to continue, my better than like it again, please.
Yeah, you must have heard Himangi also, that how the whole family has got together like a rock
Yes,
behind the mom.
yes, yes. Very, 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 very inspiring. Very, very, it was like listening to them, both of them, in fact,
Hmm.
commendable. Two surgeries means something. It really means something.
I'm blessed to have my mom with me. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been possible for me to, work and look after my family and everything. So when it was my time, I said, okay, it's my time. So when the time came, I gave up the job for those 2 years and I dedicated myself to her. So when the doctor said, that okay, now she's through for this year, I said, okay, now she's going to manage well, and I'm back to square one. So I was back to work. So, it's been, I look forward to coming back home. She looks tired, whatever it is, but I want to come home and talk to her. What happened in the office? आज ये हुआ, आज वो हुआ, आज इसने ये बोला, उसने वो बोला, आज मेरा दिन ऐसे गया. So it's like lot to talk to her, and she's all the while full of advice, full of advice. So it's fun to be around her. It's fun to be around her. So
Well,
it's a blessing to have parents with you, really. It is.
yes, you both are very lucky. You share a lovely bond, and both of you are very, very blessed and lucky.
And
Thank
I've
you,
observed
ma'am.
that she's constantly smiling. Since we started, she's constantly has her most cute smile on her face.
She's really
Shrenik,
cute.
we also have Satinder, who has been a very brave woman. We have seen her in Indian Cancer Society. She handles our Cancer Sahyog unit. I wonder if Satinder, can you unmute
Uh,
yourself
yeah, she's there.
so that everyone gets to know that this is a bunch of brave women. Himangi, you especially talked about society without realizing you were. You talked a little bit about patriarchy, and you also talked about a Goan marrying a Gujarati and a Goan knowing how to respect the wife's family. You
Yes,
know, that was a wonderful point which you brought about as respect, and that
yes,
both are equal partners, which unfortunately in India we don't find it so
yes.
much.
I'm
Absolutely.
really, I'm truly
Yeah.
blessed. I'm truly blessed because my husband has been the most supportive person in my life. My father-in-law has been very supportive, and even he has suffered with prostate cancer. So he knows what it is to, survive with cancer. And we hats off to him. He's 94 today, and he has been a swimmer. He had done cycling all his life. He has been a very active person. So all throughout, it's been that, when we went to do his operation, he said, the doctor looked at him and said, we have a very young man's heart over here that we are seeing. Because when he got operated, he was 80 at that point of time, and he's still surviving and doing quite well.
Shrenik bhai, he's the next
It's
person
like
you have
that.
to invite along with
Yes,
her.
Yeah,
This is a whole
yes,
family
yes,
yeah,
you have to bring on board, being led
yes,
by the
yes.
daughter-in-law.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल और प्रिया I would like everyone to give a big compliments to
Yes.
Mangariji. She's vice principal and she took after leave to join today's session. And rather, it was kind of a short notice, but she's too kind to accept my invitation to join to today's session. So,
And
Anything for you, Mota bhai?
I would also like you to invite them to join in the mobile application as speakers and do
member,
podcasts.
Sure, sure.
बिल्कुल
You know,
मंगा मैं कर देता हूँ
we have a multilingual
uh,
application called Rise Against Cancer, where we
Okay.
talk around cancer, of course, but we go also to the social issues which come about when someone is diagnosed with cancer. Basically,
Okay.
accessibility of treatment, the affordability of treatment, the acceptability of treatment, health equity, legal help, all those various type of things which come up when you are afflicted with a disease. Financial literacy, the importance of health insurance, which none of us in India tend to realize, especially when we are young, that let's
Definitely.
get ourselves insured. So all these components we have taken, and we are spreading information in the form of audio, video, podcast, as well as written material. And it's a multilingual application. So Gujarati is one component which we have not yet picked up, trying to address the
yeah,
community need and building the community connect. So you all can become the spokesperson and get, Dr. Paheli, can talk on nutrition in Gujarati so that we speak the local language of the people.
yes,
And what is pesarettu in Bangalore is moong dal ka chilla. But in between, their miscommunication happens. So, if we speak in the language of the people which they understand, eat local, it will make so much of a difference. So that
That's
will be
true.
now Shrenik's job to take it on and get all of you all on board, and we take this up as an initiative.
Priya, I will be more than happy to do whatever best I can. And I mean, only thing is you need to be there as my backbone. आगे सब काम हो जाएगा.
So we are seeing you again next time Fridays with Shrenik.
We'll
Right,
try to,
right,
we'll try to definitely make it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
right.
Thank you so much.
So, friends, thank you so very much. मुझे आप लोगों को एक और बात बतानी है जो लोग दिल्ली में रहते हैं. लास्ट 10 सितंबर को एक बड़ा इवेंट में मैं लेक्चर देने आने वाला हूँ. मैं डिटेल्स शेयर करूँगा, आप जरूर ज्वाइन कीजिएगा. एंड पहले मांगने जी आपकी मॉम and everybody present today. Thank you so very much for joining us today. It was a really lovely and quite enriching conversation we had, and we look forward to welcome you all once again in the week after the next Friday to another eventful session. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Shrenik
So
bhai,
much.
for calling us over. We
Everybody.
had a good time. My mom was looking forward to this, and I'm sure that she has learned a lot, and she has met such wonderful people. So she knows now that there's another medium to contact with people. This is her
Yes.
first time that she's come online like this,
Yes.
so she's very excited. Mommy, you
Uh,
want to say something? कहीं बोलूं है? इनके बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे. बहुत अच्छा.
मांगे नीचे इतना बोलने से नहीं चलेगा. आपको ना हम सब लोगों को मुंबईया बाजी माऊ खिलाना पड़ेगा. मुंबईया बाजी माऊ खिलाना पड़ेगा.
100%. You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Anytime.
Thank you.
Motabai, thank you very much. And Hemangini and others who participated. This is Satish from Bangalore. It was nice to hear your good stories. Wish
Thank
you
you.
all the best. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. And I'm wishing you a lovely weekend ahead. Take care and bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Thank you. God bless you.